Hey Ratbags, it's Jay. Today I'm going to take you through games that are similar to Grounded coming hopefully in 2023. Grounded has been amazing for me on both my channels over the years, but now it's gone 1.0, we might not see as much content or as frequently. So what else is there to play? What other games do I think you guys would really enjoy if you really loved Grounded? Whether it's based on the art style, maybe even just the system of the Xbox where Grounded is most popular, or maybe it's the survival mechanics. Leave a like, make sure to subscribe for the best in survival gaming news, Grounded and a lot of these games in the future. Let's go with the 10 biggest survival games like Grounded releasing in 2023. Palworld is a seriously weird game. It's Pokemon, but instead of them just fighting each other, you'll be getting them to build factories for you and make guns. Yep, that's how bonkers this game is. It's meant to be offering PvP, PvE, and a whole lot more. To be honest, I don't think it's going to be my cup of tea. I feel like it's a bit too weird, but I definitely know a lot of Grounded fans are hyped and excited for this one. It's coming to PC and Xbox, and its previous game made by the same developers, Craftopia, also launched on the Xbox. It's not a firm favourite and there's no definitive release date now after being pushed back a couple of times, but I do expect Palworld to launch at some point in 2023. Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is the only game on this list that hasn't actually been confirmed as coming to console, but I do imagine it will, as it's made by developers and publishers that have ported a bunch of games in the past, like 7 Days to Die and Stranded Deep. This is a crafting co-op survival game with up to 10 players as you take over the dwarves and hopefully retake Moria from all of the goblins and orcs. Expect lots of crafting, a good fair amount of combat and using light mechanics to hopefully evade danger, as you may not be strong enough to deal with all the creatures. Expect a bit of stealth and yes, lots of digging holes, especially to get that mithril. It's got full base building in it and it seems to be a real good mix, and hopefully the lore will be added to have a good story in it as well. This is coming to PC in spring, so there's a chance that it may end up being ported to consoles towards the end of the year. If the survival aspects were what you really enjoyed in Grounded, I think you'll enjoy Return to Moria. A big part of Grounded's appeal over the years has been fighting giant massive bugs, so how about fighting giant massive dinosaurs? I couldn't not include Ark 2, although there are serious concerns that it might not actually make its 2023 release. The word on the grapevine is that it's going to be delayed until 2024, but let's hope maybe that's wrong and they can get this out. It is going to be launching on PC and Xbox at the same time when it does, and it's even going to have mod support in the future too. There's big changes with Ark 2, third person only, and they're aiming for God of War like combat. And of course, much more emphasis on story, with old Big Vin Diesel taking centre stage. I know for sure a lot of you guys that enjoy Grounded have played and enjoy Ark, so yeah, this is going to be high on your list. If you liked having peaceful mode on in Grounded, then how about a cozy farming sim? But a big difference, you're controlling a massive mech as you water and grow your crops on an alien planet and discover mysteries. This is a 4-player co-op game that's going to be coming to the Xbox and PC at the same time, and it should be hitting in the early part of 2023. There won't be no combat in this game whatsoever, you won't be fighting off alien creatures, it's all just about gathering resources, building up your farmstead and investigating the mysteries of the planet. It's colourful and vibrant and I'm really looking forward to having a bit of chill time when this releases early on this year. Another game that looks a bit cute and a bit cozy is Wild Mender, but this is going to be a co-op game where you have to revitalise a desert. You will be able to grow crops that will start to affect the landscape around you, turning the deserty and sand into a green, lush paradise. It's going to be a co-op game where you'll investigate mysteries, and it has got combat in it as well as you face off against all sorts of weird creatures and transform the dark world into something light and beautiful. They've had a demo on this on Steam and I gave it a shot. It's got some good story mechanics and I think a lot of players will enjoy the terraforming and the landscape changes that you have to overcome, as well as the puzzle elements and fighting bosses. And of course that co-op action is all important here as well. Setting up base defences to keep the sand skeletons away and hopefully cultivating a beautiful landscape for you and your friends. Wild Mender is scheduled to release at some point on Xbox, PC and other platforms later on this year. If I'm including Ark, I've got to include Hypixel's Hytale. Yes, the Minecraft clone is actually coming together really nicely. They announced way back in 2021 that they wouldn't be releasing until 2023, hopefully mitigating a lot of the overhype. This has been made by a bunch of developers that created some of your favourite Minecraft servers back in the day. The development studio from Northern Ireland have now got the backing of Tencent and Riot Games, so they've got lots of money to throw at it and hopefully build a true sequel to Minecraft. Expect more RPG, more combat and more story focus, but lots of the familiar things that you come to love about Minecraft. Procedure generated worlds, all sorts of block building and more. They're emphasising that you'll be able to create and make your own mini movies with production and video built into the game, and of course it will be also launching on mobiles as well. One of the most watched YouTube trailers in recent history, Hytale's got a lot to live up to, and I think it can achieve it, as a lot of players would love to see a revamped version of Minecraft, even if it's not technically the official one. Co-op, of course, servers, minigames and more, expect Hytale to be dominating if it does manage to release later on this year. Of course, some games have been out a while on PC, but they are going to be making their way to console. Raft officially announced towards the end of 2022 that they would be launching on console. It might not be too soon, I wouldn't expect it until the end of the year, but the co-op focused raft survival game where you have to go and explore story elements by navigating your raft towards different islands and locations while building up and fighting off sharks is eventually coming. Another game that absolutely blew up over the years since it launched on its demo and then in Steam Early Access. Its full release was in 2022 and it's now got a complete full story. This game is going to be huge when it launches on console, and I know so many of you are looking forward to playing with your friends and giving old Bruce here a good spear to the eye. Okay, you got me. I'm clickbaiting a little bit. This game might not actually make it anywhere close to 2023, as it only just got announced last year, and it looks like it'll be going to Steam Early Access first. But it has definitely caught my eye, and they've announced that it will come to platforms, including console in the future. So I expect maybe 2024 before we'd see it actually hit Xbox. So what is it? It's a 10-player co-op procedure-generated world, surviving in a primitive world as you face off against giant crabs, hunt furry cute little bunnies, and build and craft yourself bases, the usual kind of stuff. It's using the Unreal Engine 5, it's looking pretty gorgeous with the lighting. I'm looking forward to seeing how big a deal them explosions from that volcano will be. Another port that's absolutely been confirmed, and I think this will be the first game that you might see in the next couple months. Valheim is coming to console, and it's coming exclusively to Xbox, for the time being at least. Simply put, the best survival game I've played in years. Yes, I still actually rate it just slightly higher than Grounded. If you ever loved games like Terraria, this is pretty much the 3D version that you've always wanted. Fighting giant bosses, exploring massive biomes and a huge world, procedure generated, up to 10-player co-op action with lots of different choices in weapons and armours as you base build, survive and hopefully get your way through Valheim to prove your worth to Odin. I cover this a lot on my other channel, and that's where you'll be seeing the bulk of content for Valheim in the future. An absolute huge phenomenon, sold over 10 million copies on Steam alone. Expect Valheim to be massive when it launches on Xbox in early spring. And of course, number one is Smalland. Yes, this game is going to be coming to PC first, but they have plans to come to console as well, and it looks to be the real deal in terms of another mini adventure. There's been a lot of talk about this game copying or ripping off Grounded, but I've done a few videos now debunking that and showing that both these games were in development pretty much at the same time. And while the concept might be similar, they've got a huge amount of differences. 10-player co-op with actual proper servers, or ones that you'll be able to host yourself by the looks of things, and of course being able to ride and tame your own creatures. It's got enough differences to stand on its own apart from Grounded, but of course it's got enough similarities that you guys I'm sure will enjoy it. With seasons added in, lots of PvP, maybe, possibly in some sort of arena mode, and definitely a lot of base building as you would expect. Smalland hopefully will make it to consoles in the near future, but yes, it will be on PC only for a little while. So let me know, what one would you be most hyped to play out of that lot? And I will absolutely be covering all of these, to be honest. There's a few other games I could have mentioned, like Sons of the Forest, the sequel to The Forest, but that game hasn't actually been announced for platforms for console, and the first one never made it to Xbox, so I have got a real big doubt about it actually appearing on an Xbox in future. Criminals Within is a brand new game that might not be appearing to 2024, maybe even 2025, but I like the look of this one. If you liked co-op games like It Takes Two, this is what this is, more of an action adventure game, but I like the idea of this one. So yeah, there we go. Hope that's helped. Leave a like if it has. Check out the rest of my content. I've done some more list videos in the past for new games, and if you want more survival, then let me know. Until next time.